I'm Laron Gubler, President and CEO of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which presents these programs. And today we are honoring a man whose vibrant imagination and dedication to richly layered storytelling has established him as one of the most popular filmmakers of his generation. Today Hollywood honors Quentin Tarantino. He will receive the 2,569th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, Quentin's latest project is The Hateful Eight, which the Weinstein Company will release on Christmas Day in glorious 70mm with a nationwide theatrical digital release on December 31st. And the film stars Samuel L. Jackson, Kurt Russell, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Walton Goggins, Tim Roth, Michael Madsen, Damian Bashir, and Bruce Dern. Now, before I bring our honor to the stage, let me tell you a little bit about him, and feel free to cheer for anything you hear that you like. Quentin Tarantino was born in Knoxville, Tennessee. He began his film career as a video store clerk. He eventually broke into the motion picture business when he sold the screenplays for Natural Born Killers and True Romance. Quentin later co-wrote and directed and starred in Pulp Fiction. And that movie won numerous critics awards, a Golden Globe, and Academy Award for the Best Screenplay, as well as the Palme d'Or at the 1994 Cannes Film Festival. Quentin also wrote the screenplays for True Romance and From Dusk Till Dawn. And he joined Robert Rodriguez as a special guest director on the hit Sin City. Now, Quentin won his second Oscar for Best Screenplay for Django Unchained. The film was nominated for 5 Golden Globe Awards, 5 BAFTAs, and 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. The movie grossed $425 million worldwide. Quentin's World War II epic, Inglourious Basterds, was first shown in competition at the Cannes Film Festival. Inglourious Basterds was a critical and box office sensation, garnering numerous awards, including 6 BAFTA nominations, 4 Golden Globe nominations, and 8 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture, Best Screenplay, and Best Achievement in Directing. Now, among Quentin's other films, and cheer for those that are your favorites, they include Kill Bill Volume 1 and Kill Bill Volume 2, Reservoir Dogs, Jackie Brown, Death Proof, and Planet Terror. In television, he directed the Season 5 finale of CSI. The episode titled Grave Danger garnered Quentin an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Directing for a Drama Series. He made his television directorial debut in 1995 with an episode of the long-running drama ER. Now, his commitment to film preservation is best exemplified by his purchase and refurbishment of the New Beverly Cinema. I can see we've got a few fans of that here. Highly regarded among cinephiles, the New Beverly showcases 35mm prints of classic films on nightly double features, curated by none other than Quentin himself. He is also an ardent supporter of the Sundance Institute, most recently serving as a creative advisor for the 2014 January Screenwriters Lab. And recently, he began working with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. We could go on, but I think you've heard enough. Let's bring to the stage our honoree. Please welcome Quentin Tarantino. right. Well, we have a guest speaker today who's going to say a few words on your behalf, Quentin. And let me say he's an undisputed star, as demonstrated by the fact that his films have grossed more money in box office sales than any other actor in the history of filmmaking. How about that? His many films include Pulp Fiction, Django Unchained, The Avengers, RoboCop, Iron Man 2, Do the Right Thing, and now The Hateful Eight. And I understand that he's celebrating a birthday today. Please welcome Walk of Famer Samuel L. Jackson.
Thank you. All right.
Happy birthday to you.
Ah.
Happy birthday, dear Samuel L. Jackson.
Happy birthday to me. Yes. Thank you all so fucking much. Thank you. Wow. This is a real honor for me to stand up here and be with him on a day when he's getting something, frankly, I thought he had already. I know Quentin, like me, over the course of his life, has probably walked up and down the street and looked at these stars and looked at these names and said, wow, these are some great people. And knowing what kind of cinephile he is, the reverence that he holds for people who have these, until we found out how you actually get them. Yeah. And like me, I was very, very proud the day I got mine. I'm sure Quentin's extremely proud that he's getting this today. And I know what it means to him because of what he thinks and how he reveres this business and the art of filmmaking. There aren't a lot of people in this business who still look at filmmaking the way Quentin does, and the purity of what it is and what it should be and what it means to you people who pay your money to watch the films. He's all about making films that make you happy, because we went to the movies to be happy when we were kids and as we grew up, and we still do. And we think that film should entertain you. If you want to learn something, watch a documentary or read a book. And Quentin is all about the business of movies as entertainment. And, you know, he sneaks a message in there, but he's going to entertain you while he gives it to you. This is an amazing, amazing day for a kid from Knoxville, Tennessee. To become a name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Oh my God. Who would have thought? I know, you know. So everybody, help him. Thank you all for coming out and celebrating this and celebrating Quentin Tarantino, the baddest motherfucker making films in Hollywood. Thank you all so very much for your support, and thank you, Quentin, for being who you are, my man.
All right. Thank you, Samuel L. Jackson. Let me acknowledge a few people who are with us today. We have the chair of the board of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, Beth Marlis of the Musicians Institute back here. And we have a whole slew of celebrity friends of Quentin, which is a real tribute to you that they came out today. So please wave as we acknowledge you so the audience can say hi to you. So we have actress Zoe Bell. Actor Damian Bashir. Actor Dennis Christopher. Actor and author Clifton Collins Jr. Actor Walton Goggins. Actress Pam Grier. Actress Jennifer Jason Leigh. Actor James Parks. Actor Tim Roth. Actor Craig Stark. And director Edgar Wright. Thank you all for being with us today on this illustrious occasion. Well, Quentin, the Chamber administers the Walk of Fame on behalf of the City of Los Angeles. And we have a beautiful resolution that the City Council has approved. You know, they seldom agree on much, but today they did. So we have a beautiful resolution on behalf of the City of Los Angeles. So just
Thank you very
stand
much.
right there. All right, and so now it's time to hear from our honoree, but let me just say, in memory of our late honorary mayor, Johnny Grant, we hereby declare this Quentin Tarantino Day in Hollywood.
Thank you so much. Yeah, one more time for the great late Johnny Grant, all right? The official mayor of Hollywood. Yeah, this is a real groovy day. This is terrific. I had really no idea exactly where the star was going to be. I was expecting to go a little bit more down by Cherokee or Bronson. And when they said, no, it's going to be right underneath that Chinese marquee, that one right there, I was like, wow, I guess I must have become a big shot in the meantime. That's really cool. I appreciate it. You know, it was funny because one thing, it was really wonderful to have Sam Jackson, a Chattanooga boy, come up here and offer it up to a Knoxville boy. But the reality is, I only lived the first couple years of my life, for the most part, in Tennessee. The rest of it, I lived in Southern California. And I lived more in the East LA area when I was like a little boy, like Alhambra, Montebello area. But my very young parents would come up every once in a while on double dates with another couple friend of theirs to Hollywood. To this theater in particular, to see things. And where they could have just dropped me off with my grandmother or something, they took me along. So the first time I was at this theater was 1969, when I was 7 years old, and it was like a Sunday afternoon, and they took me to a trip to Hollywood, and I saw Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid at the Grauman's Chinese. So that was probably the first time I walked on this area of sidewalk that eventually would have my name on it. Second time was a year later, that was 69, 1970, and it was a date night. And so they were on a full double date that night. And where that was before that was like a Sunday afternoon, Butch Cassidy. This was like either Friday night or Saturday night. And my mom had just got her hair done. And she was an Indian, so she dyed it red, which was a strange color for her, but she pulled it off. But it was a big night that night. And it was Saturday night, and we came here to see Airport. And that was a little different experience than the Sunday afternoon, because when Airport was over, we walked all the way down the boulevard with this couple. And that was at the time when during the day, it was still kind of touristy as far as Hollywood was concerned. But at night, the night people at 1970, the night people took over Hollywood Boulevard. And the Sunset Boulevard became the Sunset Strip. And it scared the living hell out of me, walking up and down this street. But the one time, absolutely, positively, that I know I stood on this spot of ground, exactly this spot right here, where my name will eventually be. Where I sat was the year after that, 1971, when my stepfather, Kurt Zassapil, took me here to see a movie at night. Actually, what happened was we saw two movies. We saw at the Cinerama Dome that night, we saw the Paul Newman movie, Sometimes a Great Notion. But the movie that we saw at the Grauman's Chinese Theater that night was my first James Bond movie. And it was Diamonds Are Forever. and I'd heard about James Bond, and I'd seen the toys, and I'd seen the trailers, but I never saw TV spots, but I never saw a James Bond movie. And the line went all the way down the block. And we stayed in that line, and at one point of that line, I stood right there. So I have called Hollywood my home even before I even lived in this zip code for a very, very long time. And I take it seriously that I am a member of this community, I am a member of this town, and I respect it, and I love it, and I want to thank all you all for coming out, and I'm happy to have my star on the Walk of Fame with all the other people that have done a wonderful job in this town. Thank you very much.
Well, let's unveil that star, and if Samuel L. Jackson would join us for the unveiling.
Jennifer, can you take back the stage? Jennifer, thank you.
Stop right now. Thank you.
There we go. Guys, make one run.
Hey, you pulling out over here.
Guys, here we go.
Straight ahead, straight ahead.
Everyone on your right for it. Your right for it.
Can we get to your left leg?
I'm not going to ask everybody else to back up again. Right? You guys can move. Back up. Back up. I'm going to put you in the court.
Oh, is that your boss? Yeah.
That guy is dead.
I'll just do my wide shot piece first, if you don't mind.
Guy is dead center forward.
Oh yeah, you can hear your photography position. Thank God the light went in.
You're running, you're running. Straight ahead, straight ahead.
That's about what I expect.
And then dead center right here.
Business is cute, yeah.
Guys, right here, right here.
They see me.
That's a lot.
Lift in your shades, lift in your shades, please. Lift in your shades. Thank you. Shades up there. That guy's dead. Free sun style.
Going.
Straight ahead, Mr.
Eating. I didn't say